For one, the bitter tears of defeat flow. For the other, the glory of the game awaits. The offense approaches, trying to take what is theirs. But the defense yields nothing but pain and cold stares. With biceps of steel and hearts of stone they await, foaming and fuming for their encounter with fate.
Hello all you gridiron fanatics out there. Glad you could join us here on another edition of Gridiron Gab Pro Style, where we gab about all things pro football, from the scoops of kickoff weekend 2023 to the scores of the postseason and the picks of the offseason. Let's start gabbing.
One nation, one game, a shared heritage. Our country is home to a people united in the desire of those we call heroes. For we know in our hearts that we can be heroes too.
Welcome back, all you gridiron fanatics out there. Glad you could come back with us today. I am, of course, Mr. CeeLo, joining you on this kickoff 2023 day. All right. Yeah, we did. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it is time, you guys. It is time. Start the show. We have some breaking news. Looking here, there is apparently some early morning talk on kickoff that the Colts are eyeing Christian Watson in a Jonathan Taylor deal. Yeah, Christian Watson. And honestly, I don't think that's going to happen. And honestly, what I'm looking at this point is that the Colts really need to get this deal done. They're reaching for something that is just not going to materialize, and they need to get this done. They really do, in the worst way. And it's not conceivable that the Colts leave him on the PUP, the physically unable to perform list, right out the gate. So with that being said, this is not a pretty situation. And Irsay's to blame for this. So looking here, and also there was a rumor that Miami's Jalen Waddle was also targeted, but that may be news that was out there. This is news I just learned. And that was what Miami was asking. That's what Indy was asking Miami for the Jalen Waddle deal. And I already know that wasn't going to happen. The Dolphins would be better off giving up a second-round pick. But that's what the Colts want. And I don't understand why the Colts are asking for a top-name wide receiver. They need a running game. They don't have a quality running back in the backfield. This makes absolutely no sense to me. This is like you got a bunch of kids over there doing this. You at least get a second-round pick and then a player. To me, Jalen Waddle's not even an even exchange for this guy. He has potential, but this is not an even. To me, this is not even an even exchange. This is not an exchange that you make. It's just not feasible in my eyes. And because second of all, you got a second-round pick out of him. You're not wanting to pay him, so that drives his market value down. And then on top of that, he's a guy that you pick with your second round. He's a guy you got in the second round. But the Packers would be, they're not going to give up Christian Watson. That's the thing. Draft picks are becoming only valuable in the offseason. That's what it's becoming. Teams are beginning to look at these and saying, okay, well, I know what this guy's got. I don't know what this guy is going to be like. And that's what it's all about now. These teams are trying to get guarantees on these players, and they're just not happening. But As I said, this is breaking news, but we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the games that we're seeing today. And as I said, this was broke to early this morning. And honestly, I see the Colts going flat on their face. And what the problem they're going to run into is they're going to draft Marvin Harrison more than likely, because they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. And probably what I'm seeing at this point, they'll probably try to get a top-notch running back in the draft, which is possible. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but probably improbable, more improbable. So Colt fans, be ready to suffer through some serious growing pains. But that's going to do it for this quickie. As I said, this was reported by Adam Schefter this morning that the deal that they were working on between the Miami Dolphins included Jalen Waddle, and the deal with the Packers involved Christian Watson. And like I said, I don't see any reason why you would go after a wide receiver and not go after a running game. This is what your quarterback Anthony Richardson's going to need. He's going to need to ride that running game. I don't know. Maybe they know better than me. Let me know what you guys think. Of course, go to my Facebook page and also make sure you go to the channel and make sure you're subscribed, guys. I love that I make this content, but I need you guys subscribed. And until the next show, same Gap channel, same Gap platform.